Welcome back everyone to another episode of my Grand Exchange only account. Around 2 years ago, I locked my account to only the Grand Exchange area, with the goal of reaching 1,000 total level. And although we did eventually reach that goal, we expanded the series to include a slightly larger area and a final goal of 1,500 total. Alright, so here are our stats currently. Right now we're at 1388 total. Which means we only have 112 levels left, which doesn't sound too bad, but you know, we're pretty limited in what we can do here. Now, one area where a lot of total levels are locked behind is combat, and we're going to undertake a significant combat grind right now. The only monster we have access to in our area is actually guards that roam around the palace, and we're going to have to kill thousands or tens of thousands of guards to reach a suitable level. So we're going to start off with some melee training here, and I'm looking to get 75 in all of my melee combats. So I think it's about time we make a few upgrades. We have 21 mil to work with. There's not really too many items we can buy, but we're going to go buy the obby shield to begin with, and also a pair of dragon boots. I could have got that a long time ago, but hey, there they are. So we're using the Abyssal Whip here, and we're using it on the shared mode, so we're getting experience in all the skills. Now my end goal is to get 75 attack through this method, and because we're training everything passively, we're going to get a ton of total levels along the way. I'm not really sure what level I'm going to get like my attack or defense to by the time I get 75 attack, but this is going to take a long time. In fact, it looks like I need to kill roughly around 12,850 guards, so we should probably get started. So with that final level, we are only 2 away from another huge milestone, that being 1,400 total. We've been killing so many guards, but we're still only a third of the way there. Okay, so I've actually been AFKing a fair bit on this account as well, and we managed to get another woodcutting level. There is 86 woodcutting, and also notably, we are 65% of the way to a firemaking level purely from the infernal axe. We're getting close to an entire level just from the axe, which is pretty impressive. So after a lot of saplings planted, we are finally at 80 farming. It has taken a long time, and magic saplings are very expensive and has been slowly draining me of all my money. But hey, it's paid off. 80 farming is nothing to scoff at, especially when we only have one patch. Okay, well look at that, another farming level, 81. As we're killing the guards, we're of course doing our farm runs. We can now plant dragon fruit trees, but unfortunately I don't think we'll ever have a fruit tree patch. But hey, it's something. Oh my god, we forgot our whip in the bank, but whatever, we'll just get this final level with our infernal axe. I mean, it does everything. Coming up here is a very important level, one I've been working towards for a long time. That is 1,400 total level. This level means that we are really in the late game now, only 100 levels left. How we're gonna do it? Well, I'm not sure. It's gonna definitely be the grindiest portion as well. So there is finally 73 attack. That level took a long time. You know, at only around 10, 11k experience per hour in each combat style, we're not getting levels very quickly here, but we are getting a lot of them spread out across all styles, which is quite nice. We're currently up to 73 attack, 70 strength, and 66 defense. I'm also getting a lot of experience in hit points. I'm not really sure the final level we're shooting for, but I think in my sheet, I'm hoping for somewhere around 80 after we train ranged as well. Not sure how likely that is, but one can hope. Now at this point I've killed thousands or tens of thousands of guards, and well, it's given me quite an appetite. Luckily today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is all about making good food accessible for, well, people like me. Every week you'll receive a box in the mail with some ingredients and instructions on how to cook a couple of different meals. Honestly, I didn't even know you could get food like that in the mail. I just got my first package, and in it we have tortellini, roasted tomatoes, shrimp tacos, and pesto halloumi buns. You know, stuff I probably wouldn't have made on my own. I have 99 cooking on like 3 separate accounts now, so hopefully I'm ready for the real world here. I started by making the tortellini as I pretty much had no time after work. Luckily the instructions were very easy to follow. and I had a lot of fun making this, and the girlfriend was kind of impressed as well. One thing I really like is everything is portioned very precisely, so there's, for one, no wasted food, but I also found it a lot less stressful to cook this way, as everything's very simply laid out. HelloFresh is also a pretty nice alternative to getting lots of takeout food, which I am very guilty of. It's both significantly cheaper and way more convenient because it just gets dropped off every week. So if you want to give it a try, you can go use the link in my description, or go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGFOSEPTEMBER16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes plus 3 surprise gifts. Also, whenever you click, my description will live update to count all of the purchases. And thank you once again to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. So we're back at the old yew trees here. We've been chopping a ton of them. We have another level coming through, 87 woodcutting. I've been banking these logs for so long, and it really just makes me realize how bad of a moneymaker chopping yew trees is. Just don't do it, guys. Well, this took quite a while, guys, but after multiple woodcutting levels, I finally managed to obtain 10,000 yew logs, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, it's not actually worth very much. How much can we sell these 10,000 yew logs that took me 2 weeks to obtain? Well, 2 mil. So yeah, it's not the best moneymaker, but at least it's something. Well, finally, that's the first dunce random we've had in a long time. As always, we're putting this into Hunter, and that's actually going to be another level 9 Hunter. At this point, that's just kind of a free total level, but we'll take that. Well, it turns out we've been doing a lot of woodcutting this month. There is another woodcutting level, 88 woodcutting. Each level now is taking 10 hours-ish, but we're making a little money, super easy, doesn't require any attention. Well, there we go, it finally happened. Our Infernal Axe ran out, that took a long time. Although the Smoldering Stone is quite expensive, luckily you can just go ahead and buy a Dragon Axe for like 50k, and it will 100% recharge it. And by doing that, we actually get a firemaking level. From 90 to 91 firemaking, we didn't burn a single log ourselves, it was 100% the Infernal Axe, which I'm pretty impressed with. That took like 100 hours or something, I don't know, we've been working on it for a long time. But hey, our 5 mil investment into the Smoldering Stone is finally paying off. Oh, that's exciting, another dunce random, you'll love to see it. Think this will actually get us another level, 10 Hunter. That's just another total level, saved us probably multiple hours, very helpful. What's the wrong one again? Is it just bugged? Is it not possible? Oh my goodness. Man, this has been a very long grind, but we are finally nearly done. We've killed well over 10,000 guards and gained millions of experience in all our combat styles combined. Now, by training on shared the entire time, I was able to get up to around 70 defense and 72 strength. Oh my god, it's finally done. There it is, 75 attack. That took a month pretty much, and we had to kill nearly 13,000 guards. At around 10 to 12k per hour, this took me I think around 35 hours of purely killing guards. For what it's worth, I checked pretty much every single medium clue I could, and I didn't get a single step that was completable in my area. And there actually are a few steps that are doable, but yeah, no luck unfortunately. The chance of ever completing a medium clue, extremely unlikely. So 75 attack means we've unlocked quite a few different weapons, which might come in handy, but our final total level is 1,419, which is a huge boost over where we started. We got 75 attack, of course, 72 strength, 70 defense, and 73 hit points. So the melee grind isn't entirely done, but I think I'm going to switch over to individual combat style training, but we're going to have to take a break from that, oh my god. So while I was pondering what to do next, we're back to the good old yew tree, and there's 89 woodcutting. Only one level to go until we're 90, which is way higher than I ever thought I would get the skill, but hey, here we are. So the entire time that I was training combat, I was planting magic saplings, and that has drained the bank pretty significantly. So we need to get some money back here. First thing we're gonna do is liquidate anything we don't need. For example, we have around 3,000 U logs I'm gonna go ahead and sell off right now. I also have like 50 bird nests to open, which we'll go ahead and do that. First inventory is 159k, actually not too bad. And the second inventory was about the same thing. So we went ahead and liquidated everything in the bank that we didn't need, and a couple notable things here are the body talismans. We ended up with 232 of them. Now I could have picked up way more of them, but man, I was AFKing pretty hard, but that was the guard's most valuable drop. Still looks like we might get close to 500k from these, so you know, it's still something. Now high alkene is something that I have criminally underrated for a long time. For a GE locked account in particular, it's a very good way to make money with very little effort while also training magic. You know, I have 99 magic, so it doesn't really matter too much now. But right now it looks like there's some really profitable alks. For example, these ancient ceremonial tops. This is a kind of a newish next drop, and we're buying them for 45k, but they actually high alk for 60k per top, which is super nice. The dragon plate legs, we're getting like 1.5k per plate leg, also quite nice. There just seems to be a lot of profitable things to alk right now. Although these have quite restrictive limits on them, by doing a large variety of items and not doing this too long, we're actually able to make a good bit of money with very little work. So after finishing off that alchemy session, we're actually up to 18 mil now, so we actually made I think about 600 or 700k in profit across a wide variety of items, which is pretty nice, but it wasn't very consistent. So now I'm going to try something I've never done before. It's a very obscure method and is only now available to me because my construction level is high enough. The moneymaker I'm going to be doing is actually making toy cats. It's actually listed on the wiki at over $1 mil an hour, and while it looks to be a little click intensive, $1 mil an hour is one of the best moneymakers I have access to. So I'm kind of keen to give it a try. So what we're going to be doing is buying clockworks and planks, and we're going to start with 1,000 of them. Now I actually have to do a couple upgrades to the house. We first need to upgrade our crafting table a few times until we have the crafting table 4, which will allow us to make the toy cat. Now from here we're going to teleport back with 13 clockworks and 13 planks, along with a teleport back to the GE and a house teleport. Now here comes the kind of click intensive part. For every single toy cat we make, we need to hit 3 to go under the clockwork section and then hit 4 to make a toy cat, and you have to kind of alternate back and forth and click. Not the smoothest process in the world, but you know, most people aren't making these, so I'll see how long I can keep this up for. 1,000 seems like a lot, but the potential profit is quite high. Okay, so we did about 400 of them, and now we need to take a bit of a break. That took me around an hour, so you can get I think around 400 made per hour. And right now they're selling for around 3.5k each, or about 1.3 mil for everything sold. Now one thing to keep in mind with this moneymaker, not a lot of people can do this at once. The market for toy cats is very small, and some people might be asking why you do it at all, and pretty much just for this reason. When you die in the GE with a bunch of toy cats, they run everywhere and it looks really funny. That's pretty much the only reason I think there's a market for it. Now it's only I think a day and a half later and our toy cats are all sold, pretty much. We had to drop the price to 3,300, but we're still going to make a significant amount of money from this, over 1.2 mil, with about 2/3 of that being profit. So there's another like 500 toy cats sold for 2,800. It has taken a long time. I mean, like, this is over the course of 3 days pretty much. But they are slowly selling, even if the price has dropped a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and buy another 1,000 clockworks and 1,000 planks. Okay, I noticed something really interesting while I was making the toy cats. Every once in a while, by accident, I would actually make a toy mouse, which I didn't assume almost anyone was buying, because what do you even do with that? Beyond an extremely niche training method, I don't really know why anyone would buy this, but if we go ahead and make an inventory of toy mice and run back to the Grand Exchange, they actually instantly sell for 2,800. I mean, someone's buying a bunch of these for pretty much the same price as the toy cats, and we can instantly turn a profit. So we're gonna see how many of these we can sell off. Okay, so we have 117 of them. We're gonna dump them in for the mid value again, and okay, we only sold 58 of them, but still, we actually managed to sell about 200 toy mice to someone, somewhere. I don't know what they're doing. So now we have a combination of both the cats and mice selling. I'll see which one ends up actually working better, but either way we're profiting per item, which is pretty good still. Now, because we're kind of in the construction fever here, I thought maybe we should actually go train this skill a bit. It's been a long time since I've invested any money into construction. It's unfortunately a lot slower on this account because no butler, which is a little bit unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and buy, though, about 5,000 oak planks, and we'll see how many levels that will get us. So if I'm focusing, I can get around 150k per hour construction experience, which is okay. Not super quick, though. But anyway, there is at least 73 construction. And finally, an hour later, another level, 74 construction. So we've waited quite a while for these to sell off, but there we go, all our mice and cats are sold. Oh wait, never mind, we get a couple hundred in the bank. But anyway, we should be still around 18 mil, even though we spent quite a bit of money on construction and farming. Okay, one thing I just noticed today is Herblore training right now is extremely cheap, assuming you take advantage of the Amulet of Chemistry and Super Restores. Right now, it's almost a net neutral by making Super Restores. I'm not sure if that's because of Raids 3 or something else, but let's take advantage of this to get some cheap Herblore experience because Herblore is easy to train, but unfortunately, normally very expensive. So we bought 1,000 Snapdragon Potions and 1,000 Red Spider Eggs, and we'll see how much we end up with once we've decanted the potions. Okay, so there's our first 1,000. We've decanted them into 762 Super Restore 4s. That's including all the extras we got from the Amulet of Chemistry as well. And right now we can sell them for 16,860, which is worth 12.7 mil. And if we look at the ingredients, we spent like 12.6 mil, or pretty much the exact same price. So we're actually breaking even right now on Herblore training, and we're getting, well, we should be getting almost 300k per hour or more. Pretty damn good. So we did another lot of around 1,300 potions, and there we have a Herblore level coming in, a really cheap one as well, 89 Herblore. There is 83 farming, another farming level coming in. One thing I've noticed is magic seeds are actually getting cheaper thanks to the Tombs of Masket, so that's a thumbs up for me. I was buying magic seeds for 130k a couple months ago, and now they're like 90k, so that's really saved me quite a bit of money. Okay, so we've been making lots of Super Restores. We're about halfway to another level. I don't think the Herblore experience is quite as cheap anymore, but I kind of want to just get this last level here. After selling everything off, we're still at around 16 mil, even though we've been spending lots of money. So I don't mind losing a little bit just to kind of clean off this level here. And there we go, guys. 90 Herblore is complete. It wasn't as cheap as before, but whatever, we'll take it. We can now make super combat potions without boosting. Kind of hate making those, but we might take advantage of that if we need to. And that's brought us up to a total level of 1,424, which means only 76 levels left to go. So in today's episode, I gained 36 total levels, which is a pretty significant increase. We've been making a pretty big effort to try to finish this off, maybe this year if we can. But you know what would really help speed things up? You know, that Evil Bob random event. If we wanted to get 1 or 3 or 4 of those finally come in, I'd be a happy camper. Now, before I go here, I want to give a giant thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. Thank you so much to March3258 and Pewter, who just joined the Dragon tier, joining the Hybrid, Alejandra, and Kush Patel. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Also, thank you to YoYoSup89, Carter, Mexos, and NDM001 for subscribing at the Runite tier. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.